Thanks for joining me. I'm Core Bishop Don Sawyer, pastor of Our Lady's Maronite Parish. As we're approaching, Tuesday is a new month, in November, and for us as Maronites, Antiochian Christians, our calendar is different from the Roman Rite or the Byzantine rituals. And we begin the whole season of announcement. You're going to call it Advent. For us, it's announcement, joyful news, beginning with the consecration of the church Sunday. This year at Consecration Church, we're commemorating the consecration of the church in 3:30 in Jerusalem, the Church of the Resurrection, or Anastasis. And so that brings in, and it's a historical feast day, but we use it and celebrate the church itself, that it's a way of salvation in the light of the world. Way of salvation in the light of the world. That's what the church is a body of believers, and not only us here on earth, but in the kingdom of God. Then we begin, and some years we'll have dedication of the church Sunday, depends on the calendar. And that one is commemoration of the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem. 150 years before Christ, you heard of the Maccabees, the book of Maccabees, and the rebellion against the Greek oppression from Damascus. And the church was rededicated. They only had oil enough for one day to burn, and yet the oil lasted for all 9 days. So Hanukkah, if you will. And the celebration of God preparing his people. So for us, the season announcement begins with announcements to Zechariah. And this is like looking at all of this, the last final stage and his pre-nativity, announcement to Zechariah. Him and his wife would have a son in their old age, like Abraham and Sarah. And that son would be the forerunner to Jesus, the announcer, John the Baptizer, we call him, John the forerunner. So Zechariah in the temple, as he offering incense, has a vision, and the angel Gabriel comes to him. And he wants to know what's the sign, and the sign is you'll be mute until the son is born, and you will name him Johanna, John. And of course, they conceive, and 6 months before the next Sundays is announcement to Mary, the Annunciation. We celebrated March the 25th also, but announcement of Mary, and we can see that God is intervening in time, in history and time, and for his son to take flesh and become man. So here, the impossible happens not only for Zechariah and Elizabeth, but the impossible happens for Mary, and she's the perfect Christian. And naturally, with the joy and the happiness, she knows that God is working. Don't fully understand, she trusts God totally. And so what she does, she goes visits Elizabeth. So the next Sunday, visitation to Elizabeth, and the great mystery that Elizabeth proclaims to Mary, "Who am I that my Lord should come to visit me, and his mother come visit me?" And my baby in my womb jumped because her baby, John, the forerunner, knew he was in the presence of his Lord and Master Jesus. And then we see, after that, revelation to Joseph. Joseph experiences God, revelation through angel Gabriel in a dream, telling him it's okay to take Mary. What she's conceived is through the power of the Holy Spirit. And of course, the next one, we have the genealogy of Christ, and we have that's common with most all of the different other churches in the universal church. And we see that his genealogy is not exact one for one, but realize that he had ancestors. He had Gentile ancestors. He had little questionable characters in his family tree too. But all of this leading up, this is thousands of years of preparation, God working, beginning with Adam and Eve, then Noah, then Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, then the 12 tribes, and it goes from one covenant with one person into many, and then to a nation, and now to that universal revelation. God is becoming man. He's taking flesh, come to save you and to save me. And that's the joy of Christmas. That's the light of Christmas. Despite what's going on in the world, that message stays the same. And that Emmanuel, God is with us. So have a great season of announcement. Traditionally, it's penitential time, but it's a joyful time. God surprised these people. And if you let him, he'll surprise you too. God bless you.